You know, he doesn't look super Asian. He dyes his hair.
Serious? Are you just right now? I don't look Asian? Who do I look like?
Recently, JasonTheWeen has been under a little bit of controversy due to the Fung Bros, a YouTube channel of two people, those being David and Andrew, who normally have conversations about Asian culture or Asian related things, calling JasonTheWeen out for not being Asian enough. A few of the claims in the video made were so insane, like how he looks, apparently it's not Asian enough, the fact that he even associates with people outside of Asians like white people, and a bunch of other things that we're definitely gonna dive into. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself, so let's start from the very beginning with who even is JasonTheWeen for anyone that's truly unaware.
Mommy.
JasonTheWeen is a pretty popular American streamer who made his come up off risk content along with playing Valorant, and now more recently he does IRL streaming along with collabs mainly with other streamers, but sometimes even music artists. He's also a part of the group named FaZe Clan, who are a content group of other streamers slash content creators. But more recently, the reason that JasonTheWeen is in drama is because he reacted to this video right here by the Fung Bros, which unfortunately is deleted now due to Jason's reaction and the hate that they were getting because of it. And I wanted to go over some of the clips I saw purely because even though I'm not Asian, from my perspective, I still feel like they are idiotic because of the claims that they made.
Mean that everybody in the non-Asian spaces, white, black, Latino spaces, has to sell out Asian men just to exist and dye their hair blonde, because we got to get into these comments. Okay.
Bro, hold on.
That everybody in the non-Asian spaces, white, black, Latino spaces, has to sell out Asian men just to exist and dye their hair blonde, because we got to get into these comments. Okay. By the way.
So, because I dyed my hair, I'm not trying to be Asian anymore. I'm white now, y'all. I dyed my hair. I am now.
Understands much of this stuff.
Right.
I don't think he's like thinking about it, then violating. He's just being him and trying to get his.
I just don't think he thinks about Asian American representation very much at all.
Yeah, he's like the Asian guy in the white frat.
Yeah.
And the white frat's a bunch of guys that are trying to act black. Right?
By the way, this is not to take away.
I'm getting trolled! I'm getting rage baited! No! What? I'm trying to be in a white frat?
Calling JasonTheWeen basically the token Asian in his friend group is actually just disrespectful. They just seem like the most uninformed people that don't even watch JasonTheWeen at all. I can't even say they watch clips, because if you do, you would know that Jason is actually friends with a lot of Asian people and has recently even went on a trip with a bunch of his Asian friends. And I'm only bringing that up because they say that he doesn't think about Asian representation at all when he does things like this, because most of the people he's pushing up are other Asian content creators. I feel like that's the representation that you would want, especially since they're going to be the ones who go on and also represent your community as well. I don't understand what they truly want, and I understand just having Asian friends or having a friend of a specific race doesn't mean that you're not being hypocritical or being disrespectful to that race. But I'm just saying that he doesn't represent Asians period at all in his content would just be a complete lie of someone who does not watch his content at all or consume it in any way, shape, or form. But outside of that, dyeing your hair, does that mean you don't like your culture or don't represent Asian culture anymore? That literally would make no sense. He likes the color blonde on his hair, so that's why he changed his hair to blonde. And originally, it wasn't even his decision. He was just doing it for a sub goal, saw it, liked it, and even got compliments from other people, so he decided to keep that same hair color. That doesn't remove him from being Asian at all, and I don't understand why it would. Well, honestly, I do. He's trying to say that he's dyeing his hair so he can look white, but I'm being honest, if dyed blonde hair is your criteria for someone looking white, I think you need a better scale and some better glasses.
YouTube, where a lot of, I would never walk into a room full of white or black people and expect them to have watched Fung Bros.
Yes, I agree, you know. So I guess JasonTheWeen.
Okay, good for you. Do I have to be like them and just be in an Asian niche? Is that what they want?
Anybody else? By the way, guys, there's actually Asian streamers that are technically bigger than him and may just make as much money as him, but they're more isolated in what we consider Asian niches.
Right. Why do I have to be trapped in the Asian niche? I love my Asians, but why can't I just be a streamer? I can't just be a streamer? And also who?
Asian community, he is definitely an external representation.
But does it
Okay! Why do I have to be categorized in the Asian only niche? Bro, I love my Asians, bro. And I'm pretty sure most of my demographic is Asian, bro. Look, if I go to Seaside right now, it's straight Asians and they probably know me. But it's like, I don't need to only be seen and known to Asians. I'm getting rage baited. This can't be real.
I don't trust any Asian mainstream content creator that caters to non-Asians.
Hold on, bro. That's not what the comment said.
I don't trust any Asian mainstream content creator that caters to non-Asians.
I don't even, bro, why do I need to cater to Asians, bro? Oh my God, man.
I'ma be real, at this point, what they're saying, it just seems like they mad that Jason got more motion than them, because he doesn't only have an audience full of Asian people. When he himself can see his own analytics, and him claiming that, hey, my demographic is mostly Asian, I would probably believe him. But even outside of that, once you become so big, you can't just keep a demographic of your own culture or your own ethnicity, race, none of that. Like Guy Sinat, if you were to sit here and be like, Guy Sinat just isn't a good representation of the black community, because I know black, white, all types of people watch him, it would be like, well, no, duh, because he is that big of a creator, which is the level that Jason is getting on. He is just so big that a bunch of different people are going to watch him. Again, I am black, and I have sat and watched some JasonTheWeen streams or a couple of clips here and there. Like, I would consider myself a fan of him, and that's just because his content isn't just specifically Asian, which is another claim that they made. Like, he's just not trapped in the Asian niche, which is probably just something he doesn't want to do. He doesn't have to be a good representation of the community by just doing what you would consider a specific Asian niche. Why do you want to put yourself or your own community in a box of being like, hey, to be Asian, you have to do X, Y, and Z? And instead, just have some people break out of that and be like, hey, you can be Asian and do this. You can be Asian and do that. He's just paving a way to show people that you don't have to be trapped in a specific box. So it just seems like these two people are trying to put their own community in. And again, I will say, I am not Asian, so maybe just take my opinions with a grain of salt.
You know, he doesn't look super Asian. He dyes his hair.
Serious? Are you just right now? I don't look Asian? Who do I look like? Bro, no. Hold on.
Fan base is non-Asian. You know,
My fan base is mostly Asians and Mexican.
he doesn't look super Asian. He dyes his hair.
I dyed my hair for the subathon and I kept it because I thought it looked good. Bro, I can't dye my hair anymore because I'm Asian? Nah! I'm getting rage baited. I'm getting rage baited, bro. I'm actually getting rage baited. I'm actually getting hot too. That's the thing, yo.
I don't want to be racist. I don't want to repeat my claim of obviously dyeing your hair. It does not mean that you are not Asian, but I will play y'all one clip that just proves that I think any normal person that happens to walk down the street, any normal person that happens to see JasonTheWeen on their phone is most likely going to believe that he is Asian.
Wow, you Vietnamese?
I'm Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese, yeah.
Vietnamese.
Yeah,
Am I saying it wrong?
You said
you Vietnamese? I thought you were Chinese this whole time.
And I thought you were.
Obviously, I'm just joking with that clip, but in all reality, I do think JasonTheWeen obviously looks Asian. I don't want to get racist, but I'm just saying I think 99.99% of people with functioning eyeballs could look at Jason and probably come to the conclusion, man, that guy is probably Asian. I don't know, maybe I'm just wrong and haven't seen enough Asian people in my life, but if I'm being real, I think he looks Asian. But after seeing some of what the Fung Bros had to say, JasonTheWeen would get a little bit upset and then pull up some of their old content, which got them popular in the first place.
Jokes about Asians when 11 years ago, but I'm bad. Asian are bad drivers.
Asians are bad drivers.
I don't know the rules.
Are you talking?
Wow.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh nah, cause this dude said I'm sending my people back, bro.
No, that's not even funny. That's weird too.
If we're gonna be doing stuff like this in our past, then I feel like we should have a little bit more leniency. Obviously, people are gonna say, well, that's the old him, that's the younger him. Well, Jason is also young. I know nowadays on the internet, being 20 is considered unk, but this dude is literally 20 years old, and he's not doing things nearly as bad as that if you're talking about setting Asian culture back. I feel like they just need to understand his content and actually watch it, because most of their takes that they're saying comes from someone who has literally not even watched Jason Jason at all, or even hasn't seen any clips for real. All he knows is Jason is around FaZe. FaZe is made up of some of these people and he hangs out with them. That seems like the only knowledge they know, and is purely surface level. Not anything about his come up, not anything about the TikToks he used to be doing before he even started streaming. None of that. They just know barely of what they even see. Maybe they saw like a viral Twitter clip and that was literally it, because they seem to have like literally no knowledge of him at all. And it seems like they didn't even believe in the comments they said, because after all the hate they received, they ended up taking the video down, which Jason of course was obviously going to see and just say the same thing I'm saying, that it was a bad video in general and you didn't even do any research for the video.
They deleted it? Ain't no way, bruh. Ain't no way. Oh wait, they made a song? Hey, they tried it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro, like that was just bad. Like, what did they think was going to happen? It was just bad. It was just a bad video. And it's just like, bro, it was like no research done. Only research that was done was a Reddit thread, and it's like, bro, that shit is embarrassing.
It's really sad that they're out here commenting on him, basically promoting hate for Jason, and at the end of the day can't even really provide any real reason for why he would be detrimental to their culture. At least that's how I feel. And again, I'm not Asian, so let me know if you're Asian how you feel in the comment section down below, because this video is unfortunately over. But if you did enjoy this video, maybe consider giving it a like, and if you enjoy content like this, maybe consider subscribing, because I post like this every single week and you'll never miss out on a single upload if you hit that bell icon, because you'll be notified the millisecond a video goes live. But that's enough for me. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.